Hey guys, it's your brujacarrieliz here to do a quick little energy reading for my beautiful collective. You know what time it is. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, your weed, whatever it is that you need, and come hang out with me. So it's my day off from work. I took an extra day off, and Spirit has just been reminding me that part of healing, part of spiritual work is learning when to rest, learning when to take a break, learning when to just like nourish yourself and focus in on yourself, and most especially just learning when to put yourself first. Like the world will still continue and evolve and revolve and all of that. Like everything exterior to you will still continue. You need to make sure to pour into yourself, pour into your own cup. And that's what Spirit is saying, reminding you to do so, and also to not feel guilty when you do so, right? Like today, it was so funny because, oh my goodness, it was just such a random day. And I actually met someone really nice. So it just goes to show, you can't always be a little hermit. You can't always be inside. Sometimes you have to go outside, go exploring, go on adventure, just like pour into your own cup, you know? And yeah, guys, like it's so important. I just feel like I get that there's someone that's so busy and has a tight schedule, and like it's hard for you to slow down. It's hard for you to sit. It's hard for you to not be productive, because if you're not productive, then you feel like I'm not doing well. Things are not going well for me if I'm not productive. And part of healing is learning when to rest, learning when to chill out. You know what I mean? Not being so freaking hard on yourself. Like the dishes will still be there. The mess will still be there. It's learning when to slow down and just be like, you know what? I'm going to be right here, right now. I'm going to be present with myself. And yeah, I feel like more of us need to do this. Okay? Be present with yourself. So I'm going to be sipping on my coffee. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be looking into the energy for the beautiful collective that I do readings for. And I actually decided to bring out a whole new set of cards. They're actually the, oh goodness, I've had this in my like chest of like tarot decks and stuff like that. It's the How to Love Yourself cards. They're basically just affirmations. I believe they're probably from Louisa Hay. They're double-sided affirmations, and I just want to pull at least a card or two for the collective. I feel like maybe someone is needing affirmations. Maybe for some of you, like words of affirmation is something that you need at this point in time, and it's hard for you to like learn to ask for it, because it's like, yeah. You know, it's kind of awkward to be like, I need someone to hype me up. You need to hype yourself up first and foremost. But yeah, it's, for some, it's like, that's what turns you on, like the words of affirmation. I don't know, I just got that because I suddenly, like, my body got hot, and I was just like, oh, that's for somebody out there that like, that's a big turn on for you, with words of affirmation. So let's see. Because they're putting a Jessie Reyez song in my head right now, and it's the song Jeans by Jessie Reyez, when she's just like, say it again, say it again, say it again. Basically talking about she the best. That's what they put in my head. Okay, so let's see what cards Spirit has for us. We got 3, and of course they are double-sided, so I will read them. I am gentle, kind, and comforting to my inner child as we uncover and release the old negative messages from family and societies. Yeah. Ooh, that one is gonna hit heavy for some of you, because I feel like for some of you, you've been either raised by people that were very critical, and raised with not enough love in the household, raised by people that their love was conditional, you know? It's like they will be proud of you and they will love you as long as you do X, Y, Z. And I just feel like that put like a glass ceiling to you, you know, where it's like you can see your dreams, you can see the way you want to go, but you just feel like you have this like glass ceiling caving down on you of like pressure and expectations. And yeah, I feel like for some of you, it's time to break that glass ceiling. For some of you, it's time to really give yourself permission to go out there and be happy and do what it is that you want to do. It says, I'm not restricted by limiting beliefs. Yeah, for some of you, you were raised by someone that just did not believe in themselves, or they had their own limiting beliefs. And in turn, it kind of just got passed down. That's not going to be for everyone, you know, keep in mind, this is a general reading. But whoever needs this message, it's so important for you to acknowledge these things and recognizing, like, where does this voice of doubt come from? You know, where does this anxiety stem from? You know, is it my own inner critic? Is it, you know, my own thoughts? Is it the voice of someone else that you're hearing as a critic? Truly, like, the way we speak onto our children, the way we speak onto, you know, others, that in turn can be the voice that they hear as they get older. You know, it's so interesting too, because they're just like, time to cleanse that, time to be like, bye. You know what I mean? Like, time to just be like, not today. Like, I don't want that feeling on me. But yeah, guys, I feel like you're learning to release this, learning to let this go of like, you know what, that doesn't serve me anymore. That thought pattern does not serve me anymore. Okay. It says, the thoughts I choose to believe right now are forming my experiences. I now listen to what I say and do not say anything that I do not want to become true for me. Yeah, your thoughts are very powerful. Speak life into your existence, right? If you're constantly putting yourself down, if you're constantly thinking that things are going to go badly for you, then they will go badly for you, because it's kind of like ask and you shall receive, right? The universe is listening to you, listening to your thoughts, listening to the things that you're requesting. So if that's constantly your thought process on a loop, you know, you're needing to break out of that. You're needing to break out of that habit, because your thoughts are creating your experiences. And on the other side, it says, everything I do is a choice. So I'm in control of my reality. That's exactly it. Like, there are certain things that we cannot control, but the way that you react to things, the way that you take action or inaction, right? You're in control of that. You're in control of your reality. And for some of you, it's truly like, okay, I'm giving myself permission to go out there and be happy. I'm giving myself permission to go be a weirdo, to go do and pursue the things that I want to do, without restriction, without feeling like, you know, any type of way about yourself. Because I feel like for some of you, you've been like masking. They're putting a video in my head that I saw earlier for someone that was like autistic or ADHD, that was like masking on the outside. Like, on the outside with everybody else, they look normal and they look very composed and they look very calm. But then when they go home, they're doing all kinds of weirdo stuff. They're stimming, they're hardcore, like just being a kid again. And I feel like for some of you, that's how you are. I feel like for some of you, you go home and you're just like super relaxed. You can be yourself. And then when you're out in the real world, you're like very, you know, this is who I am. This is how I'm presenting myself. I get too that maybe you've had family members that are kind of like, don't embarrass me kind of a thing when you were being yourself. So in turn, it made you feel like the way that you were naturally, the way that you were, you know, at home, that there was something wrong with that. Okay. So let's see. Last card, it says, I completely trust the intelligence within me to guide me to the right path. The universe supports me in every positive way. Yes. Literally, the universe has your back. They're literally asking for you. They're pushing you. They're like, you know what? Can you just go be yourself? You are needed in this world. In whatever capacity, whatever gifts that you have to share, whether this is speaking, whether this is singing, whether this is creating something, whether this is being there for someone, your presence is needed. Your energy is needed. And Spirit is just asking for you to show up. Show up as is. Show up as yourself. Does not matter in the capacity that you show up in, but they're asking for you to show up, you know? It says, I follow my inner wisdom and I am at peace with my own being. Yeah, and this is what it is that you're healing at this point in time, collective, learning to be yourself, learning to trust in your own intuition, learning to trust that it will not steer you in the wrong way, and that Spirit has your back through this whole process of you learning yourself, you learning to heal, you learning to, you know, do things differently. Because I get that this is a major thing, right? You're doing things differently than your ancestors, than your, you know, than your family members. You're doing things differently. And maybe for some of you, that's why you feel like you're the black sheep. Maybe for some of you, that's why you feel like, you know, you've been misunderstood for so long because you think differently, you do things differently, and you just don't fit the status quo of what others, you know, want you to be. You don't fit in that box. You don't fit in, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. Good. I'm glad you don't fucking fit in someone else's box and perception of you. They're calling me to burn Palo Santo. For some of you, it really is a cleansing right now. It really is a shedding process. Some of you really are kind of getting rid of this energy right now. And you're processing your feelings through it. You're thinking clearly, and you're recognizing that there was nothing wrong with you at all. And that it's a beautiful thing for you to be who you are, you know? And I feel like you're showing up in this world the way that you would have needed as a child, right? Like if you are able to influence others in a major way, right? Whether you're a teacher, whether you are in a community in some way, shape, or form, the way that you show up, the compassion, the empathy, the way that you love, the energy that you bring, the way that you show up in the world is so needed, because people need to experience you. People need to feel the way that you love. You know, and it's not so much about the way that people, like, because there will be people that will try to take advantage of you. There will be people that will try to one-up you, right? They think it's a competition of like, oh, who can be the most caring? Who can be the biggest weirdo? Who can be this, that, and the other thing? It's not a competition, guys. It really isn't. Like, stay in your own lane. That I will always say. Stay in your own lane. But I just get the way that you show up in the world is so needed because it's different. It's different. And some people will get triggered by it, by the difference, by the way that, you know, you show up, because they themselves were limited. They themselves were told, you know, don't be this, don't be that. And so they've given up. But Spirit is saying, you don't give up. Oh, we have crown and we have palm at the bottom of the decks. When I split it, it says personal power and destiny. Yeah. I feel like a lot of what you're healing right now, collective, you're going to help others in turn. The way that you heal your heart, the way that you love yourself, the way that you know, oh, no, I'm just playing the messages. Yeah, collective, the way that you show up, I'm telling you, it's destiny. You are healing. You are a light. Divine guidance. Yeah. For some of you, I always say it, like certain light workers, certain spiritual healers, they are like lighthouses. You're directing people in a way so that they avoid more trauma, that they avoid hurting themselves, you know, because of the way that you show up, the way that you shine your light on others. So continue to be that. And I get for some of you, you can be a big influence around children. You can be an influence around your own children, other people's children. For some of you, it's the way that you show up in your community, your peers. And again, yeah, angel numbers with the confirmations. I feel like for some of you, you've been seeing angel numbers heavily, like heavily. We've got the crown coming out. Yeah. Oh my God, these cats are over here acting a fool. Either way, we have mountains and water. Surrender. Yes. Crown, personal power, mountains, obstacles, and surrender. Yeah. Your biggest obstacle is you reclaiming your power, you regaining that sense of you, you know, and not letting other people take that away from you. You know, it's like if your crown fell, it's like, oh no, here, let me adjust it. Like, there we go. Got it back on. Perfect. You look beautiful. That's what that is. It's like someone's just like, you dropped your crown. So it's just like, you dropped your crown. Let me help you put that back on. And that's the biggest thing. Some of you have a hard time recognizing your worth, recognizing the way that your light is so necessary. The way that you show up is beautiful as is. You know what I mean? Like, boom, beautiful, masterpiece. You're in a frame. Like, you could be in the fucking, you know, at the Met. You could be in the Louvre. You could be, you know, in someone's private home collection. Like, you are art. Yeah. It's so funny too because they're showing like the signature. This cat is having the zoomies. I apologize, guys. It's the little one. It's the baby. They're showing the signature here for the painting, and it's so funny because I just got in my head. Spirit was just like, yeah, signed by, created by God. Like, here we go. Here we go. You're beautiful. You're perfect. That's what they're saying. Priceless. There is no price tag on this, by the way. Yeah. Your energy is priceless. And I feel like Spirit's been leading you little breadcrumbs, little angel numbers, confirmations over and over again of like, yes, trust your intuition. Yes, you're correct. Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, it's been an obstacle. It's been a long road. For some of you, it's definitely been an uphill battle, especially with the mountains. It can definitely be a treacherous path in the discovery of yourself, in the fight for like, who am I and what am I doing here? And asking those heavy hitter questions. But ultimately, Spirit just wants you to surrender. Just be yourself. Just let go of all those thoughts that are in your head that are making you feel doubt, making you feel fear. They're lies. You know, that doubt, that fear, that's what your haters want you to believe. You know, they want you to believe that doubt. They want you to believe that you can't do this, you can't do that. And you know what? Sometimes those haters are in our family. Sometimes those haters are our coworkers, our partners, our friends, you know, and those people you need to surrender, you need to release. You know, if someone's constantly putting you down or being like, be realistic, it's like, bitch, why? I would love to just be delusional for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? For the rest of my life, I will be delusional because I'm that great. Yeah, you need to let go of those people. I heavily get a cleansing too. For some of you, go to water because it heals you. It brings you back to life. It brings you back to life. For some of you, you need to do spiritual baths. For some of you, like when you're in the shower, it's like, please pray upon yourself. Please pray to release the negative energy. You know, when you come home from the outside, go shower. You know, like, I don't know if you guys have grown up, like, I don't know, Caribbean families will know. But you've grown up with the idea of when you get home from school, when you get home from work, it's literally like strip down, go in a shower. That's it. Like, you're taking the day off. That's what Spirit is trying to remind you. Take the day off when you get home. Because your home should be a place of peace, your sanctuary, the way you recharge, right? And for some of you, that outside energy is coming into your home, and that's where Spirit's just like cleanse that, remove that daily. But yeah, it's been a long road. It's been a long path for you to really recognize like, yeah, this is my worth, this is my value, and I'm showing up as is. Spirit is saying not to give up on that. Okay? Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Why? Because someone else said to give up on that? Fuck that. Are they successful, right? Do not take advice from people that you wouldn't want to switch lives with. Don't. Do not. Because they are just going to bring you down. If they don't have the money that you want, if they don't have the house that you want, if they don't have the relationship that you want, please move on. Their opinions are null and void. It's like, why would you take advice from people that do not have things or a life that you would want? Oh my gosh, yes. Look at this. I absolutely love that they put out ballet shoes. Stamina, endurance, talent, repetition, effort required, honing a skill, laser focus, poise and grace, tread lightly, balancing act, pursuit of arts, expertise. For some of you, you are an expert in something. For some of you, it's literally like people are in awe of you. Because whenever I see ballerinas going on point, I'm like, the fact that feet can do this, the fact that they've trained over and over and over and over and over again, and they're so graceful, they're so beautiful, they're so poised. We don't see the damage behind this, right? We just see the beauty in the skill, but we don't see how long it takes for them to break in shoes. And then when point shoes are dead, that they have to go ahead and do that process all over again. We don't see the broken toenails. We don't see the bandaged toes, the cuts, the bruises. We don't see any of that. The hard work that it took to get to this point. We just see the outside, the exterior, the beauty of that. And you have to recognize that's you too. Some people will never understand you because they do not see how much you've had to go through to get to where you are today. They just see the results. They just see that you're doing well. They just see that you're happy. They don't see every single thing that you've had to go through in order to be who you are. Okay? And yeah, for some of you, you've had to hold things together, but I feel like in a way, by holding things together, you've held yourself back. You know what I mean? Because I'm just seeing like release the tatas right now with the corset. It's like you've been in a very like restricted, I swear to God. Cat, if you don't get down, trouble. I'm over here trying to do a reading and he's over here doesn't have no fucking house manners. Please. And that's the thing. You're going to have people that are going to distract you like that. It's like, please put them in their place. Yeah, some of you have been people pleasers. Some of you have just been following the rules, you know? And it's just like, things will never change if you continue to do that. Things will never change, right? It says unchanged. Things will never change if you continue to be restricted, if you continue to allow yourself to be restricted. Yeah. For some of you, you feel lost. You feel like things are delayed for you, that you feel like you're not quite sure where to go, what to do. And Spirit's just like, you have a gift. You have a talent. There's something here that requires your effort, and you need to show up in that capacity. You need to show up. And for some of you, it's really needing to be present with yourself and going inside and really recognizing, like, you know, what is it that I want to do? What makes me happy? What is it that I want to do every single day? And if it's not what you're doing right now, please show up for yourself. Please connect with that version of you that's just like, you know what? We're going to find a way out of this. We're done being lost. We're done being, you know, stuck in the rat race, because we're going to choose our own path. You know? Stop holding yourself together so much. Stop being so restricted. Yeah. Still, refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tune, concentrate, develop over time, purify, draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, perfume, reduction, cultivation. Yeah. It's so funny because yeah, they're showing me, I recently just got a pour over like coffee system, and oh my gosh, this thing is moving constantly. I recently got, you know how like some people have the Chemexes? I ended up getting a different brand. I think it's a Badum, but it's basically like having the kettle, like whether it's a kettle that you put on the stove or an electric kettle, having a coffee grinder, like they're literally showing me the process, because I just did that for my coffee. I literally just did that for my coffee, and I bought that this past week. And they're saying like the process of which you are, like it's hard for people to replicate you. It's hard for people to get that exact ratio of, you know, how many beans, how much water. It's like the way that you make something, the way that you do something, it's hard for people to like replicate it. And I just get that like you need to hone in on your skills, your craft, because it's just different. And I get that you've been cultivating this, you've been doing this for a very long time, so it's kind of like just the experience that you have that makes you that good. But yeah, just like any kind of spirit, alcohol, wine, like you just get better over time. And people that want the instant, you know what I mean? Instant coffee is not going to taste as good as when you get them beans, them good beans, and you grind them up and you take your time to do this kind of process. Or even with teas, right? Going old school with the loose leaf teas, smelling them, feeling them, knowing that someone picked these with love, that they dried them, that this is now you having this plant to nourish your body, and you're bringing it back to life with hot water. Like there's something about the process of making tea, the process of making coffee in that way, that's kind of like what you're doing, right? Like you have this repetitive process for yourself, and it's good. Whatever it is that you do, collective, it's good. And I just get the sense that like Spirit is saying you only get better and better over time. Do not cut corners. Do not try to do the easy way, because it's just not as good as when you take your time. Take your time, you know? It's funny because I have like, I don't know, some jazz music going on in the background, and I love it for this time of year because it's slow, it's relaxing, it's a fucking vibe, guys. And I just get that's what Spirit is saying. It's like, you're a fucking vibe. Like, please show up in that capacity, because there's nothing quite like it, you know? There's nothing quite like you, collective. I feel like I have to say this over and over again, but you are fucking incredible. Like, I hope you recognize that. And I hope you really like that as well. Because for some of you, I'm telling you, it's like, it turns you on when people are like, you're amazing, you're incredible, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, and the other thing. It's like, yes, hype me up, please, because I feel like you haven't had that enough in your life. So when it happens and it's like the right kind of person doing it, you're like, oh, yes, say it again. All right, let's see. Oh, collective, yes, within a few days. Oh, I can't even talk. There's something that's about to unfold for you, collective, within the next few days. Whether this is a confession, whether this is like you had it, you fucking had it. You're like, I'm done with holding myself back. I'm done. Because I just get that you're opening up. Like there's the sun up here. I just get that you're opening up to new possibilities, to a new world, a whole new you, right? You're just like, I'm done holding myself back. I'm about to stretch into this. It's like you're about to pop into the splits. Like, I just can't. Collective is like, please show up and show out. Please show up in that capacity. Yeah. Changes. What do you have up your sleeve, collective? Because I just get you have a very pretty poker face. You do, collective. Like people can't figure you the fuck out, and that's the beauty of you, because they can't like. Like 1 + 1 does not equal 2 in your reality. Like it just doesn't. And people can't figure you out. They're like, oh, they're so predictable. You're predictable when you hold yourself back, when you're a people pleaser. You're very predictable in that sense. But when you just go out and do you, people can't figure you out. And that's what's the allure. That's what the magnetism is they cannot figure you out. Good. Keep them hooked. We have fishhook. Powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trapped, temptation, bait, Great catch. Luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, multiplication principle. Yeah. Collective, you are a great catch. And I just get that sometimes you feel stuck in a world that does not understand you. But the thing is that when you let go and you release, amazing things happen for you. Luck, prosperity, new opportunities happen for you. I feel like you need to just let it happen. You know, you need to just let it happen. It's that release, it's that surrender. You know, you're gonna feel vulnerable. You're gonna feel like, I don't know. I don't really want to do this. I don't know. And Spirit's just like encouraging you, like, you got this, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You know, listen to that, you can do it. Versus the fear. Because it's like, you know, it's that, well, what if it, because someone's playing that what if game, right? It's like, what if this, what if that, what if that? And it's like, well, what if it fucking happens? Like, what if amazing things come for you, you know? Three of Pentacles, yeah, you're going to be building something from the bottom up. You could be even getting to know someone through friendship first. You have a lot of eyes on you, collective. You have a lot of eyes on you. People that want to learn from you, people that are observing you. Knight of Swords on the Star, yeah. By you taking some kind of action, collective, I'm telling you, you're showing up and showing out. You're being present in this world. Yeah. You're needed. Your energy is needed here. And it's so funny too, I got the quote, we're all made of stardust, and it's like, collective, you've got some kind of stardust within you that is, wow. Yeah. This is not fool's gold here. This is, wow, this is real. This is like, oh my God. Yeah, show up in the world the way that you need to, collective. Even if you're starting off small, even if you're building something from nothing, like take those steps to start where you are right now. Because when things take off, you're a motherfucking star. Yeah, people are gonna see you, recognize you, and be like, where has this person been? All eyes on you, collective. Yeah. All eyes on you. Yeah, and a lot of this is taking an inspired action. We have the Knight of Wands. I get this like wishy-washy energy sometimes with you, collective, because I feel like, what just fell out? I feel like you're kind of just like, yeah, I want it, but then you're like, it's like you're dipping a toe and then you're like, it's cold. You're dipping a toe and you're like, I don't know, should I do it? And it's like, Spirit's just like, if you don't fucking jump in. Yeah, you gotta face these fears. That's exactly it. And the moon. We have a full moon right now. The 10 of Pentacles that fucking came out. Sometimes you have to get a little bit uncomfortable to live a very exciting life. You know, sometimes you have to put yourself out there in order for you to be seen and heard and understood and loved and appreciated, you know? And if there's people in your life right now that do not see you, that do not hear you, that do not appreciate you, value you, they're not the right ones, and you need to remove yourself, exit stage left. You need to remove yourself from that energy, from those people, from that vibe, from that environment, that job. Why? Because they're stifling you, they're holding you back. And you're going to be seen and heard and loved and appreciated for you being you, collective. And a lot of this is you facing your fears, because that is holding you back. These fears are holding you back from truly getting the life that you deserve, from truly getting what it is that you want. And for some of you, look at this. We're about to approach the holidays, but I love, literally, it's like the fireplace, the family, the stockings, the, you know, the Christmas tree, like, and yeah, it's just spending time with those that love you, that see you, that appreciate you, that value you, that like understand you. You know, for some of you, there's nothing better than being snowed in with like your boo thing, the people that you love. Like, yeah, for some of you, that is your 10 of Pentacles. Like, that's ultimately what it is that you want. You want that kind of life. You want to be seen, heard, loved, appreciated. It's like, who doesn't want those things? Collective, you hold yourself back by being around people that don't see you. that don't understand what they have, that don't recognize you or don't value it, or like they're just kind of like half-assed. Like don't put up with anything half-assed, lukewarm, none of that. Please don't. That's just a waste of fucking time. Why? Because you're the motherfucking empress. Yes, show up in this energy of recognizing your worth, your value. Because this empress, she has no problem in walking away from shit that's like not emotionally fulfilling. You don't see my worth? You don't want to treat me right? You don't pay me enough? You don't care about me? You don't show up for me in the way that I show up in the world? Bye, right? Bye. Collective. Be open to receiving better. Be open to receiving new. Happy, new, unexpected things for you. I'm dying on the inside. I'm like, I'm giddy. Why? Because the Magician and the Three of Wands. Look at this. New beginnings. I see 3 new beginnings, 3 new things coming into your life, right? But ultimately is never settle for less. Wait for what it is that you deserve, because you're manifesting. You're in your power, collective, right now. You're manifesting. Be open to receive, but do not settle for less. Do not settle for the first thing that comes your way. Do not. Absolutely not. Do not settle for the first thing that comes your way. I mean, if the first thing that comes your way is the right thing, please, by all means. But do not settle for the wishy-washy, the lukewarm, the half-assed, the shows a little effort, then like dips. Like, no. Anything that's confusing in your life that you're just like, does this person really fuck with me? Like, am I really happy here? Like, anything that causes confusion or you're really second guessing it, really like double down and think about it. It's like, why am I second guessing this? Why am I confused right now? I shouldn't be confused right now. And that's where Spirit is saying, maybe you're settling for less than what you deserve. And it's going back and realizing like, what is it that I deserve right now? Like, who am I? Why am I not showing up in this capacity? It's like, why am I dimming my light for someone else when it's like we can both shine bright and not take away from each other, right? Because when you have a candle and you light another candle, it does not take away from the first candle. That's what I'm saying. It's people that are literally like trying to blow out the first candle and you're like, stop it, bitch, that's my light. It's like, I'm trying to light you too. People will never understand that. People will never understand when you try to pour love into you, when they're just not willing to shine that light, you know, not willing to show up in their true form, you know, in the way that they're meant to be. You're going to trigger a lot of people. I'm sorry. You're going to trigger a lot of people. Collective, when you are in your full power, you're going to trigger a lot of people that don't want to do the fucking work. The people that are lazy, the people that are not disciplined, the people that do not show up in this world to their full capacity. You are going to trigger the shit out of a lot of people. But who gives a fuck? Maybe that's what it is that we need in this world. We need people that trigger others into their healing. We need people that trigger others to do better. Do better. Show up. Be a better person. You know? I mean, how many millionaires, billionaires that we have in this world that just are hoarders? They're hoarders of money. They're hoarders of energy and time. And it's like, how did they really get that money? You know, and I'm not saying that people with money are bad. But there's some people in this world that are not good people with money. And it's like, money is energy. It's easy to get money. Money flows easily. And for some of you, you feel like you have to work hard in order to achieve that, to gain that. And it's Spirit's just like, but do you really? Because look at Joe Schmo over here that just got it and they're not. They don't have anything extraordinary about them. You know? We have, yes, you are correct. Bitch, I know. I'm always right. But the cards really don't lie. But I'm just saying, collective, like, you really have to trust yourself. You have to trust what it is that you believe, how you show up in this world, because people are going to want you to doubt yourself. People are going to want you to take a back seat, right? They're going to want to listen to people that lie to them. Why? Because lies are comfortable. When people lie to themselves about things, that means that they don't have to shift and change anything. They just kind of want to stay stuck in the same, you know. Have you ever been around people that they want to tell their business to this person, that person, that person, that person, that person? They just want to vent. They just want to tell everyone their business. However, they're not open to listening to constructive criticism. They're not open to changing. They're not open to being accountable in the ways that they need to shift and move differently, right? They just want to complain. They just want to sit in that energy, and they want others to sit in that energy, right? And I just get, collective, you see through that bullshit. You see through that, and maybe at one point in time you were that person. But the thing is that it's like when you're shedding that skin and you're no longer in that energy, you recognize when people show up in that capacity, when people show up like that, and you're like, you know what, please do me a favor. Get the flying fuck out of my face, because all you want to do is just vent, 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 and you're being an energy vampire. It's like, go do something about the things that you do not like about yourself, about others. It's like, remove yourself from a situation instead of constantly replaying things, constantly going through the same loops and cycles, you know? Collective, you need to listen to your intuition, because your intuition is on point. It is. It truly is. It says you've listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. Yeah, keep moving forward. It's like, do not take a look in the rear view when it comes to letting things go. When you're like, you know what, I think I should let this person go. When I think I should let this job go. I think I should, you know, move on from this. I think I need to move to a different place. Listen to that. Listen to that, because your inner guidance is true. And for some of you, recognize that these shifts, these changes are happening around you. And that's where Spirit wants you to hone in on your gifts and be like, yeah, we're trying to lead you. Come on, let's go. But yeah, collective, one more message from Archangel Michael, and we're going to close this up. I'm telling you, collective, I feel like too, you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be celebrating yourself, because you didn't settle, because you're choosing yourself, because you're choosing to make yourself happy, because you're not letting the haters get you down, because when you're in this certain energy and this light, like, people really can't knock you off your horse, you know? And people are going to be like, oh, they're on their high horse. No, bitch. We've had to work really hard to get up here. It's like, you go do your work, and you can meet me at my level. Let's see. I'm telling you, there's people that have struggled with you. There's people that have seen you at your lowest that are not going to understand this shift. They're not going to understand it. And they're going to be like, no, I know this person. It's like, you thought you knew this person. You knew this person at a certain point in time. However, the point of being here is to learn, to heal, to grow, to evolve. So it's like, whatever version of the collective that lives in their head, it's truly like, it's not adding up anymore, because you've changed, you've leveled up, you've grown. And people don't always understand that. They don't, because they're not willing to look at themselves. They're not willing to be accountable. They're not willing. If you don't stop biting on my cords, stop it. See, you gotta put these boundaries on the people that are fucking annoying. Not to say that my kitty's annoying, but he loves to chew on cords. It's like, please, sir, I'm gonna find you one day and you're gonna be like zapped, because you're over here chewing on fucking cords. Cat mummies and daddies know. But either way, I'm just saying, guys, like, people are not gonna fully understand why the change, why the shift. They might think that you're like putting up a front or you're faking it, but it's like, it's truly like, no. Spirit wants you to be the real you. Show up in this world, be the real you. For some of you, you're stepping into a spotlight. For some of you, I get too that you can be very like introverted, or you have, like a stage fright. Like, maybe like the one-on-one works really well for you, but when it comes to like, oh my God, a big crowd, you're like, oh my God, I have to speak in front of all these people? Can we not? Can we like, For some of you, you're meant to be in the capacity to show up in this way. You're meant to show up in a major, major way. And that's where Spirit's just like, be you. Show up in the way that you show up, collective. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Yes, the whole fucking message, from the beginning. Don't let people stop you from being you. Don't let people dim your light. Don't let people, you know, try to tear you down. The things that you've worked hard for, the things that you've had to heal and overcome, don't fall back into those patterns. Step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. And like I said, collective, for some of you, the way that you heal is going to help other people heal because you're talking about it. You're showing up. You're saying, you know what? I've been in your shoes. I've been in this situation, and maybe not the exact situation, but the thing is that you can overcome things. And I feel like people need to hear your comeback story. People need to understand like how you got from point A to point like you went through, you know, the motions. Your healing was not linear from point A to point B. You had to go from up, down, left, right, like going back. You regressed a few times, then you kept forward. Like you kept going forward. But that's what I'm saying. It's like some people just won't get that shit. Some people really just won't get that. They're just like, and that's okay. Let them be who they are, truly, because at the end of the day, they're not going to change unless they want to change. Be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and let source take it from there. Yeah. I also get like, give your worries up to spirit, to God, to your ancestors, your spirit guides. Like, give your worries up to them and just be like, you know what? I'm here, I'm showing up. I have these worries, I have these fears, but I'm not gonna let them control me. I'm not gonna let them dictate my life. Why? Because you have a calling. Archangel Gabriel is right here showing up for you. I know this is the Archangel Michael Oracle deck, but when you're being called to action, it's like, wake up. It's time to wake the fuck up. And maybe your mission, your purpose here is to wake others the fuck up. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. Put your creative energy into action. Yeah. And the beautiful thing is that nobody's quite like you, right? You could be doing the same thing that other people are doing, but because you have your secret sauce, your energy, the way that you show up, like, there's this energy that is magnetic, that's going to pull people in, and they're going to be like, you know what? I like this person. I fuck with them. Let me see what they got going on. And that's how you draw your people in, you know? I just get collective, listen to that spark, listen to that creativity. Also, it says angels of healing are with you. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. Yes. You're learning to speak your truth. You're learning to show up. Some of you are spiritual warriors. Some of you show up because you fucking give a fuck, because you care about other people, because you hate to see the world in pain, because it hurts you. Like, it physically hurts you to see starvation, to see poverty, to see war, to see people, you know, in times of injustice. And the spiritual warriors are showing up. They're waking up, they're showing up, they're present, they're protecting other people. It's like, have you noticed that in the news? Like, when you see people step up and they could be all the fuck alone. They could be all alone, but they're showing up, they're speaking up, they're there, they're present. It's because they have this urge, this calling within them to show up. And Spirit is saying, do that. Follow that guidance. I also get to, there's healing within your heart as well that's here. Spirit is opening you up so that you can receive love, that you can receive the most high energy. Yeah, and also take control of your thoughts. We started out with this as well, that your thoughts, you know, your anxiety, the doubt, those things that have come from childhood, those people that have influenced you in a negative way, your thoughts create your reality. So it's like, what are you going to listen to? The haters, the doubt, the people that have put you down, the people that said you were going to be nothing? Or are you going to listen to yourself and be like, I love myself. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm not going to dim my light. I'm reclaiming all of my power. Like, there's a shift that's happening, and I definitely get a mindset. And collective, truly, you're going to speak life into this existence, speak life into your experience, right? Take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. Because some of you are playing that what if game of like, oh my gosh, what if it goes wrong? What if it fucking goes right? What if it goes better than what you expected? You know? Play that what if game. And for some of you, you're just like, I'm not successful, I'm not this, I'm not that. Add the word yet. Add the word yet. Like, I'm not this yet. Yet. Because it's coming, right? The ways that, like, it's funny. I was watching a podcast and literally this girl was just like, when you're starting out for something and you're just not good at something, and you're just like, you know what? It's easy to put yourself down in that capacity of like, oh God, like I'm just not gonna get this, like I'm stupid, or I'm this, that, and the other thing. And no, Spirit is saying to shift your mindset of like, I'm new at this and I haven't learned this yet. I'm not good at this yet, but I will get there. I will learn. I will grow. Like, it shifts your mindset to be like, to give yourself some grace, you know, give yourself some grace as you're learning new things, as you're trying new things, and allow yourself to fail. Because the way that you're going to learn the most is by your failures, not by your successes and your wins. Because sometimes we win and we're like, I don't even know how that happened. So what did you learn from that win? But you're sure as hell gonna learn from your failures. You're sure as hell gonna learn from when shit hasn't gone right. Yeah, you sure are. And that's what Spirit's just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do here. All right. All right, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and of course, comment down below if this reading resonates with you, if you want to share a message with the collective that we're building here, and if you'd like to book your own personal reading, a candle service, Reiki, energy healing, you're more than welcome to. My website is down below in the description. And yeah, that's the only way I book, guys. And of course, this is where I leave you. Sending you lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I'll see you on the next one.